Hi, good afternoon. Today is February 12th, Tuesday, and I just wanted to go over this one example of the importance of really looking for confirmation amongst the various predictive indicators in VantagePoint before making a trading decision. Far too often, traders have to battle the psychological and the emotional side of making trading decisions, and the more you could rely on objective tools and forecasts and take the emotion out of it, the more successful ultimately I think you'll be. Here's an example where I'm just using this as a great example. This is Franklin Resources, stock symbol BEN, and I've intentionally cut this chart off on January 23rd. I'm going to show you the rest of the chart in a second, but I just wanted to show you this chart because if we were on the 23rd, this is what you would see. You would have had the opportunity, obviously, to get in the stock and to go long because the triple crossover did have a full crossover to the upside. The neural index underneath was at a 1, which was giving confirmation, and the predicted MACD crossed above the trigger and crossed above the 0 line, which was giving confirmation that we're going to be in a bull trend, that this stock is expected to go up strongly. And as you can see, it did go up. It went up, fairly strong. You can see the price scale over here from $127, $128, got as high as $136. Let's look at the predictions now. You have the short term on the triple cross. The short term is pointing downward, but the medium term has not crossed below the long term, and the short term hasn't even crossed below the long term. The neural index is now no longer consistently at a 1. It went from a 1 to a 0 to a 1 to a 0, which is indicating a little bit of weakness. The predicted MACD has crossed below the trigger. It is well above the 0 line, but it is pointing downward. The most important indicator that I focus on, which is the main indicator, is the triple crossover in this case. I look at the predicted neural index for confirmation getting in, and I look at the predicted MACD as confirmation getting in, but once you're in an existing position, you really want to focus on the main forecast, which is the triple crossover, and that has not crossed the downside. So if you were aggressive and ignoring the triple cross and looking at the predicted MACD or looking at other indicators, you may have went ahead and got out of this stock or even shorted it, but using the predicted triple crossover, which did not cross, personally I would have stayed in. And let me show you the rest of this chart. I'm going to bring us up to the current day here, which is the 11th, and this is that time period we're looking at. And you can see here what happened. Yes, the neural index went back to a 0 for a couple of days. The market had a little bit of a pullback, but in these 3 trading days alone, went up $4.50. And this stock has continued to go up since then. So stick to the game plan, have confidence in the tools that you're using. Try not to be too aggressive where you're anticipating a crossover, and instead look at the facts, look at the numbers, and try to be as objective as possible, and you'll be much better off. I hope the video helps. Happy trading.